Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video, 64 Chevrolet Total Custom. Let me just tell you, we're gonna walk around this thing here and you're gonna go, wow, that thing is off the hook. And I gotta tell you, I normally close up the video with, if you can find a way to get this truck in your life, you need to do it quickly. I'm telling you up front that this thing here is off the hook. So come on up here, let's check out some stuff. A lot of this has been relayed to us from the builder, so we're passing on what we've been told, and that way you can know everything about it. They claim to have in between $60,000 and $70,000 tied up in this. We said there's 50 in it, so if there's 60 or 70, this thing is selling for roughly half. And this is the way you always want to buy a vehicle, because when it's done like this, it's done and it's turnkey, and you don't have to spend 2 and 3 years building it yourself. You can tinker a little bit, add a couple things, change a couple things, but all the hard work's been done. So come on up here. There's House of Colors, Kameleon green paint, and you can read all the description in there, all of the lines that go down there, and that's just an awesome, awesome color. Now listen, you know what goes so great about this car is because it's got some gold underneath the green, it gives it this glow. I mean, we call it like the green lantern of glow, but then you put on great pieces of chrome and stainless that's all been redone, which is expensive to begin with because a lot of this stuff they don't reproduce. You have to send this out and get it all done and wait. It just came out really, really nice. Let's look at the stance for a minute too, because we have drop spindles all the way around. We got Boyd Coddington wheels in here. We got power disc brakes, and look at all the detail in here. Justin, please get up in here so you can see how incredible the inside and underneath of this vehicle is. So you say, well, the outside is beautiful, that's nice, but where we're gonna look right now is we're gonna look underneath, because you have at least as much time tied in with all of this underneath, with all the stainless parts and things like that. Custom made exhaust, lowered suspension, heavy duty parts, and just looks really, really nice. So these are actually stainless steel strips inside the bed, all right? All painted inside here, stainless and wood bed. And what they did was to give some room inside there and get the drivetrain in, make some adjustments for the ride height, and do all those things. They got rid of the gas tank behind the rear seat, which I like the idea of that, because the gas tank behind the rear seat could be a little scary. So that gas tank filler right there is not functional. The gas tank itself is actually right here, and on the keychain it's a locking gas cap as well, so it keeps people from getting in there. A fire extinguisher goes in here. We just took it out for the video, but a fire extinguisher goes there if you like, and you can keep that in there. And the paint process and the paint quality has continued on all inside the bed with stainless fasteners around, so that this is a truck that not only looks good today, but look good 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now. And the quality, especially the effort that's gone into it. All right, let's take a peek under the hood. We looked at suspension, we looked at the great paint. Paint like this can be $10,000, $15,000 when you consider the underneath of the vehicle, painting the frame and all that thing. Maybe $4,000 worth of wheels, tires, drop spindles, disc brakes, all new chrome and stainless. That can probably be $3,000 or $4,000. Then you go ahead and you buy yourself something like this, and check this out. This is so freaking nice. Let me just tell you, I hit the key. There's a 2-port injected motor with 4-speed automatic. So you have the overdrive transmission, so you can put a little final drive, a little upgraded rear end in the vehicle, so you have a little more snappy acceleration. But on the highway, you get that nice cruising 60 mile an hour, low RPM drive. But this is fuel injected. The engine is color matched to the vehicle. I mean, come on, man. Who does all this stuff? Cadmium plated, hood hinges. And it looks really stock body-wise, but under here where all the detail stuff counts, it's really, really nice. Look at the size of the radiator. It's bigger than even the opening in here, because this guy is the same way I am. If I'm gonna cruise, man, I wanna cruise, and the last thing I wanna do is overheat and have it bubbling over at a car show or some event where I go there at night, and that's an ugly, ugly place to be. Color matched brake booster. I mean, it may not seem like a big deal, but keep in mind, this guy had to have all of this stuff painted while he was having the truck painted, and thought all of this stuff out. It's a lot of work, and that's why I'm taking the time to show you things like, the braided covers, the ceramic coated exhaust, painted and detailed all in here. Regardless, you'd be super proud to go to a car show, pop the hood, and people go, wow, they had no idea. And the cool thing about it is, I want to show you this real quick. Okay, first off, the fit and finish is great. Now listen, this is an old school truck, and the one nice thing is, you hit the key, there's no pumping the gas. It's 105 degrees out today, okay? 105 out. It doesn't matter whether it's 105 or 05, it just doesn't care. You hit it every time, it fires right up and makes a really nice sound. But it's what makes the truck so livable. The suspension is really nice. It's been updated. They've given so much thought to everything around here. This truck has a great stance. It's been lowered, I think, in between 4 and 6 inches, depending on what end we're talking about. And the big difference is they didn't just cut the coils. You know, we've tried that in the past, cut the coils when we first started a long time ago. And man, talk about a ride that suffers. It was pretty brutal. And talk about brutal rides, this is not one of those vehicles. But what I did want to do is spend some time and show you, first off, this looks great back here. Secondly, I wanted to show you under here, and you need to see the detail here. Check out the gas tank alone, stainless steel. Look at the size of that rear in there. I think that's a Dana, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be, you never know. But look at all the paintwork all throughout inside there. Drive shaft's painted, the frame is painted, the body's painted, body color, the wheel wells. He's got a tiny little bit of dust in here, but other than that, man, you could be just as happy hanging out underneath the vehicle as you can inside of it. This is really nicely done. I mean, this is really nice. From the billet pedals here to the nice shifter that we got here, the dash has all been restored. All the gauges are looking great. Upgraded set of gauges here. Just as sometimes people like to have these. We can change them back over to the factory gauges if you like. But these are just, sometimes people like more modern gauges. That's up to you totally. AM, FM, CD, iPod, it's got all the stuff in it. A little Pearl Jam to like walk us through. Good thing I got that right, huh? You're not a Pearl Jam fan. Anyway, but like the little trim where it says Chevrolet is new. This is painted to match the carpets in the seat. This 3-spoke wheel, it's billet on this half and black leather or gray leather on this half to match the carpets in here too. And again, billet knobs here, billet knobs on the doors that are color matched. It's just really, really nice. Stereo speakers are molded into the kick panels down here. They're not an aftermarket item. They're not jammed underneath the dash. You can see all the new wiring. Look at that. All of that is brand new wiring in there. Just a lot of money spent. Anyway, let me fire it up for you because we listened to it once before. Let's listen to it again and I'll rev it up a little bit so you can hear what it sounds like. Normally I close these videos up from the outside, but the truth of the matter is this thing is great looking. And as I run down the list real quick, from the Boyd Coddington wheels to the killer color on here, to the 5-liter drivetrain with fuel injection, 4-speed automatic with overdrive transmission, the big 373 rear in the back, the wooden stainless bed, the polished stainless gas tank. I mean, it goes on and on. The stereo. You can easily see how you can spend a ridiculous amount of money. And this is really, for me, the only way to buy them is when they're done like this. They're usually somewhere around the half price mark, and then the bugs are worked out. You can get in the car and enjoy it and have an awesome, awesome time. This is a truck you can be proud to take to the show, or you can just take it to dinner, and I guarantee you they're parking this truck out front of that nice restaurant place that you go and pushing that Porsche out of the way. Anyway, call us 301-816-1000 and find a way to get the '64 Chevrolet show truck in your driveway.